So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully, wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. And so if you'd like to listen in a still position, you can allow yourself to take all the time that you need to arrive there. And feel free to fidget, adjust, stretch, or move your body in whatever ways your body wants to move. So you just do your best to not think about the movements at all or worry about what anything looks like, but just coming fully into your sense of feeling and becoming curious about how your body even wants to move right now and what movements feel good in the body right now. And trusting your instincts of movement, maybe with some shoulder rolls or neck rolls, side body bends or cat-cow motions with the spine. Just trusting your instincts with movement. And if at any time what your instincts are saying is to be still, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. And there's also no rush whatsoever. You can keep moving throughout this practice anytime you feel the need to. But if at any point you would like to come to a still position and haven't already, then you may do so. I'm just checking in that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. As you take a moment now to mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath. As you call in fresh, new air into the body and almost watch yourself as you fill up slowly to every corner and edge of you, getting as full as you possibly can get. As you hold that for a moment, once you are full, to really sit and experience what it feels like to be full of air right now. And then slowly, as you need to, exhaling it all out of you, bit by bit. And gently pulling the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to now sit and experience what it feels like to be empty in the body. And allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And you can continue to breathe in this slow and exaggerated way for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. Just knowing that there's no need to worry about the actual length of your inhales, exhales, and pauses on either side. But you're just allowing each of these 4 parts of your breath to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So as the body inhales, when it would naturally stop inhaling, just seeing if you can expand your ribs, your back, maybe your belly, just a little bit more to take in one more sip of air into the body. And then when you would naturally roll over to your exhales, just seeing if you can hold off on that for one extra moment to stay and experience that fullness with a bit more intention than usual. And then as you need to, you let it all go. And again, just even once you think you're empty, just seeing if you can push out one more bit of air and stay in that emptiness for an extra moment than you might normally. As this consciously and intentionally slows down the process of our breath. And it therefore communicates to our nervous system and to our body on a deep, deep level that right now is the time to slow down, to let go, and to turn our attention inward. And you can continue to breathe in this slow, exaggerated way for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. But at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether. As you now allow yourself to step back and up in the mind and into the role of the observer, or the role of the witness, into that perspective or point of view where you are no longer controlling or guiding the breath, but you are simply watching the fact that your body is breathing. Remembering how our breath is our one bodily function that can be either voluntary or automatic. And so as you let go of that voluntary guidance we just had over the breath, you can now simply observe the automatic process that is your body breathing you. Remembering how your body does breathe all on its own, even when you're in a deep state of sleep. Your body has a natural intelligence that keeps it functioning perfectly to keep you alive every single moment of your life up to this point. Even when there has been illness or disease present in the body, your body has functioned perfectly enough to keep you alive up to this moment. To keep you in this space where you are able to feel what you are feeling, where you are able to hear the words I'm saying and the sounds of your environment. You can see whatever it is you see, and smell what you smell, taste what you taste, and experience life as you do. So just take a moment now to allow for a full-bodied exhale and a sense of surrendering into the surface that is beneath you. And allow your body to fully relax into the surface that is supporting you. Allow yourself to be held by this surface as you remember the innate safety that comes with being on this earth. Remembering that when you fully let go in the body, when you fully soften your muscles and allow all of your muscles to ungrip from the bones, you are never crushed and you never float away, but with the safety of the earth beneath you and gravity all around you, you are always held exactly where you need to be. So even if it's just for a moment, allow yourself to be held, to be safe and loved. And just knowing that even when it doesn't feel like it, the simple fact that you exist in this body, on this earth right now, is proof that you are meant to be here and you are worthy of being here. And there is nothing that you need to do to prove yourself worthy of this life or to earn your worthiness here or to earn your place in this body. It is a gift that comes included in this life, that we will wax and wane with how well we remember that gift. And in Hellenistic astrology, there is this metaphor that explains this very well to me, where the moon is the representation of our physical body, our bones, muscles, joints, skin, and everything in between. Just like the moon, our body is simply matter. It is of this earth and will return to this earth at some point. And the sun is the representation of our soul, the spark that is within us, the soul that enters our body when we are created and leaves our body when our bodies are done. The everlasting light that is within us. And just like the moon, there are times when we feel like we are fully illuminated, or we feel like we're a full moon. We are bright and whole and reflecting all of our light out into the world and shining light for others in the darkness, where we are completely illuminated and entirely reflecting our soul, shining bright. And then there are other times where we are more like a new moon and not reflecting any light whatsoever and almost hiding away in the shadows for a little bit. And We're still there, just like the moon. The moon doesn't disappear when it becomes less visible or less bright. It's just simply not reflecting any light for the evening. And then there are all of those phases in between the two extremes. The new moon in darkness and the full moon in brightness. And we are just like the moon. We are meant to move through these phases. The moon is not supposed to be full all of the time. We don't assume there's anything wrong with the moon when it's in darkness. We just know it's one of the phases that the moon will always move through. And we can treat ourselves with that same understanding and that same respect for our emotional states and our own phases of life that we move through. Knowing that they are always temporary, the only thing we can totally count on in this life is that everything changes. And so that can be a great comfort to you if you're in a phase of life that is rather dark, because we know that it will change and that every storm must run out of rain. And it can also be great permission for you to fully shine and make the most out of all the goodness that you do feel when you feel it. Because it is also temporary. And you do not need to feel guilty for feeling good when there are others around you who are hurting. But you can instead use all of that goodness that you do feel, when you feel it, to shine for others, to help others and remind them that the next phase is right around the corner. And so just take a moment now to bring your awareness back to your physical body, if it is left, to your bones, muscles, joints, skin, and everything in between. Maybe even seeing a depiction of the shape that your body is in, even if the eyes are closed. Just becoming aware of your physical boundaries, where your skin meets the air, where your skin meets your clothing and the surface beneath you. And just once again, remind your body to re-soften if any tension has crept back. And as your body exhales, just feel your muscles ungrip from the bones and release back into the support of your skin. Into the trust of your own anatomy. Remembering that when you let go, everything is held right where it needs to be. And there is absolutely nothing for you to do right now, as this is not a doing or thinking process, but rather one of listening, feeling, watching, observing, a process of receiving whatever is here for you to receive. And so you can continue to soften your body into all it is that you are feeling as you listen to the following words that are written in the Hermetica. And just allow anything at all that feels like it resonates with you to soak in a little deeper and not worrying about the rest. Consider for a moment how you were created in the womb. Think of that skillful workmanship and look for the craftsman who made such a beautiful, godlike image. Who traced the circles of your eyes? Who pierced the nostrils, ears, and mouth? Who stretched your tendons and tied them fast? Who built your bones and wrapped your flesh with skin? Who separated your fingers and flattened your feet? Who shaped your heart and hollowed your lungs? Who made your beauty visible and concealed your guts within? How many crafts have been employed, and how many works of art created to form one human being? Statues or portraits don't just happen without a sculptor or painter. Has such a sublime work no creator? And then this is the living cosmos. And in this chapter, Hermes succinctly outlines the essence of his philosophical ideas and paints the picture of the cosmos as a living being teeming with life. In the beginning, there is unity. Unity separates into two fundamental forces, which, like the negative and positive poles of a battery, generate everything. Hermes describes them as light and life, which become mind and soul. We experience them as thoughts and feelings. The oneness of God is both light and life. These two forces are the parents of the mind of the cosmos. This was experienced by Hermes in his original mystical vision as the, quote, word which calmed the dark waters, the fundamental laws of nature which bring order to the chaos. The physical cosmos is a perfect reflection of this ordering principle, the mind of the cosmos. The mind of the cosmos is in turn a reflection of God, just as a spoken word reflects the intention of its speaker. Since God is all goodness, the cosmos is therefore also good. Because the cosmos is made in the image of its creator, it too is an immortal living being. It is therefore impossible that any part of it can be dead. At its conception, it was filled with energy. which, as modern science has now proved, can neither be created or destroyed. Unlike the myriad forms that it passes through, energy itself is immortal. God is the source of this energy, which, through the laws of nature, creates life. The cosmic mind receives energy and gives it to all things within the cosmos. Through this process, the cosmos is completely saturated with soul, the life force. Everything in it is alive. Nothing is dead, not even so-called inanimate things. The cosmos is a great living being, which in turn gives life to all lesser beings it contains. It is the whole, which nourishes its parts, like a parent caring for its children. And so you can just take the next few moments now to just allow each and every word that you've heard today and each and every feeling that you felt today to settle. Almost as if your body is this big snow globe, and imagining that every word and feeling that you felt is just a little speck of glitter in the snow globe of your body. And now is the time where we set you down, let the glitter settle, and let the air clear. And just trusting that anything at all that you heard today that really resonated with you or struck a chord with you, rang true in some way. Just trusting that that feeling sometimes comes when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so you can just allow these truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. And if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can let your hands come and find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just take this moment to really feel this contact of your palms and fingers to one another. And let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. And you just take this time to tune in to the rhythm of your own heartbeat, to the steady background beat of your entire life. And calling in one final deep and full breath of air into the body, filling up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all that you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. So you take this time to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.